awesome.
We'll see. Well, I wanted to go back since Kevin talked about good old Metroplex so much last week. I figured we should show him.
There it is. Yep.
Now, I will say, I think his robot mode is pretty cool.
Yeah, the robot mode is not bad, but yeah, when he transforms, especially, I'm like,
Well, let's transform him for $200. Here he is.
What the heck? Come on, you're a backloader.
He has a buzzsaw in the back, though, Kevin.
I guess. I don't know. He's not even on wheels, though, is he? He becomes a foundational thing there, doesn't he? I think that's what it looks like. Yeah.
But I don't want to criticize Transformers fans. I brought some stuff for Transformers guys. Like I said, I like his robot mode. That's up for you to decide, whether he's worth $200 to you. But when I was looking him up, I noticed they've added some more in the collaborative series that we had talked about in the past. And these are up on Hasbro Pulse, but I think they are actually Target exclusives. And the first one is a crossover with Tonka. Here we have the Tonkinator.
Nice. The Tonkinator.
He's a combiner, which means, he disassembles into smaller little vehicles, and then you can combine them into one large robot.
Okay.
He's $105. I think these 1, 2, 3, 4 are usually 5 different, like Voltron, 5 different individuals that form one giant robot in the end. And I actually think, a lot of these, almost all of these collaborative Transformers crossovers they started out as another, just generic, not generic, but known Transformer, and they've decoed them into, whatever the crossover entails. Here with the classic yellow of Tonka. He's not die-cast, though. He's not metal. He's plastic, so. And the other big collaborative.
That is surprising he wouldn't be metal with Tonka, obviously, typically being metal, and then it's so expensive. Why wouldn't it be?
Yeah, I think if he was metal, if he was die-cast, he'd be even more. He'd probably be like $300.
Yeah, that's true.
Die-cast robot are going these days.
Okay.
So some more of the collaborative series is a crossover with Street Fighter. Right? Just so you would expect the Transformers to cross over with Street Fighter.
Not at all. Wow. What the heck?
So both these shots, I had to grab the group shots. So the first group is Optimus Prime, who transforms into Ryu, versus Megatron, who transforms into M. Bison. And this is like $113 for those two. And you can, if you squint hard enough, you can see they look like the Street Fighter characters.
Yeah, I can definitely tell I can't remember her name, but the blue one.
Yeah. We'll get to her next.
Okay.
She's in the
I got a question.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
So does the robot form of Optimus Prime turn into the robot, or this Ryu looking robot, or is it the truck Optimus Prime that changes into the robot Ryu?
Yeah, it's the truck. The truck transforms into what we see here.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, sort of. It's just Optimus Prime with Ryu colors, red and white.
Yeah.
Same with Megatron. So if Johnny was ever, I know he loves his Megatron, but if he ever wanted one decoed up as M. Bison from Street Fighter, here's his chance.
Yeah.
I'm sure that was on his list of his wish list of things he always wanted.
Right.
I wish Megatron came in red. All right. And this is the other group. It's cheaper. It's $75. And this is the Ken and Chun-Li set. Ken transforms from Hot Rod, and Chun-Li transforms from RC, the famous female transformer that they seem to reuse quite a lot. So, yeah. Just I needed to see Metroplex, and I found some additional collaborative series that we talked about in the past, so I wanted to show those to the Transformer fans out there.
Interesting stuff. Interesting. Not my deal, but interesting.
Okay. I know. I'm on the same page. It will stick with a crossover. And another crossover that I'm sure you were just wishing for.
Oh,
It's
geez.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with Stranger Things.
Oh.
So these are also Target exclusives. $40 sets, Raphael and Hopper, and 11 in Leonardo.
Why? Why?
Right.
Don't know.
I'm calling Target.
Why are you calling them? Because you're gonna give them a pat on the back, or you're gonna ask them what the heck's going on here?
Yeah. Well, I'm sure nobody at Target had anything to do with this, but
Nah.
Well, as I stated recently too, I don't like this packaging because I can't tell which way I'm supposed to be looking at.
That's so you can turn it either way, and if you're feeling Stranger Things on Tuesday, you're good, and then turn it around for the Turtles the next day.
This is a bad idea. Well, I don't try to be too. Again, I'm not trying to judge anybody, but every time this kind of thing comes up, it always takes me back to Big. Remember when Tom Hanks was working for the toy company, and he just told him how stupid the stuff they were making was. Do you remember that scene from Big?
Yeah, you think the toy guy would have seen the toy movie, but I've never seen Big.
Oh my gosh, man, you got to check it out. It still holds up. I've watched it in the last couple of years. It's a great movie.
I like Tom Hanks too, but I've never seen it.
Yeah, he's so he works for a toy company, and of course, since he's actually a kid, he knows best, and he's telling all these toy guys, "Man, this is dumb. Nobody wants to play with that." So anytime I see toys like this, it always reminds me of Big. So.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Stranger Things has sort of always had these ties to Target. I know, Mike, we had talked about the DVDs and Blu-rays a few weeks back. It seems like that's the place to go for any Stranger Things merchandise, and they've had hit or miss. I think McFarlane did some Stranger Things toys. They've always been sort of like, it's one of those deals with Stranger Things dropping everything all at once. By the time the toys come around, it's they've passed their sell-by date almost, and they kind of just sit around.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, Playmates, obviously these are reused turtle figures that they've released a million times. But I think, the Stranger Things portion of it is probably new. But, I don't know. If you're really wanting the Stranger Things figures, if it's worth $40 to get a Ninja Turtle along with it. So,
yeah. You think you'd have to be a big fan of both to be willing to
pay
that. Yeah.
Yeah. But,
That probably fits a mold somewhere, but I don't know if it's enough where it'll make it worth it. So we'll see.
We will.
Since you mentioned that too, that gives me a thought about just about Netflix in general. Obviously Netflix is, I've been reading that they're kind of bleeding, subscribers and stuff lately. I've always thought that about all their shows too. Even though I enjoy binging out the gate when something's released, with the Stranger Things, they made it in the 2 separate volumes, of course, for this season only. I think they should do, because the other streaming outlets will do the one released every week thing. They should Paramount does that with the new Star Trek, and I think I mentioned Amazon Prime did it with the one with the hole in the field show. Can't remember the name right now, but they were releasing 2 a week. But yeah, especially if you're putting out toys that kind of rely on the show being new to sell these new toys, they spread it out. So.
Yeah, I like the 1 a week format in all kinds of ways.
Yeah,
that's my preferred. It lets you build up anticipation. It doesn't let you so spoilers don't get out so fast if you can't catch up as quickly as somebody that can just sit there all day and watch the whole series.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. I like it. Yep.
All right, and the last toy-related thing I wanted to go back, because the Longbox Heroes were announced last week, and I talked about them, but they finished out the last 2 figures are these 2 Rocketeer-related figures. One's an evil Rocketeer, and the other one's sort of like a henchman Rocketeer-related figure. So that rounded out this first wave, and Toy Otter, Jason Geyers, released his initial, close to final packaging look, which I think looks really nice.
Yeah, they do. Yeah,
those are great.
He said they went through a lot of iterations, and they're not final, but they're close to final. And then they actually went up for pre-sale on Big Bad Toy Store last weekend. I'll give myself a slight pat on the back. I was right on the nose. $24.99 a figure.
Nice.
You can also buy them in groups. $175 for these guys, and you'll notice there's a question mark. So
maybe you get another one.
Yeah, there's a mystery figure, which they're not revealing. We'll get to that in a minute here. I have my suspicions. And these are the other three. I don't know why they chose to do this. The Rocketeer figures are grouped into their own separate bundle for $75. But I mentioned the mystery figure, and following Jason Geyer's Toy Otter's Facebook and Instagram feeds, I don't know. I think I'm gonna figure it out, because somebody, said Wave 2 needs Hellboy. He says, Hellboy, you say? And then down here at the other one, they're talking about the packaging and how much work they went through, and Toy Otter responds, it was total hell, boy. So, I think they've almost got me on the hook to get this bundle, because I think Hellboy is going to be the mystery figure.
I wonder if that's the only way you'll be able to get the Hellboy figure.
That's what they're saying. But bundle. As they can do all kinds of versions of Hellboy, though.
Yeah.
So this one might be like, the Anagonrama version with the horns. So, people won't be upset if Wave 2 brings out, regular looking Hellboy.
Right.
Something variant related to Hellboy could be this mystery figure, but I don't know. I just have a feeling, and then I'm gonna have FOMO if I don't go in on this group and miss out on the Hellboy figure. And they're providing transparency. They're saying that each figure has to meet a 1,500 threshold. 1,500 units to be sold for that individual figure to be produced, and they're trying to update daily. And most of the figures are about a third of the way. You can see. I think I wish I didn't want to show all of them because it would have been too many pictures. But Tick is actually in the lead. I think Rocketeer's not far behind. Cassie Hack is sort of on the low level, which I think that's understandable because she's probably the least known figure of the group.
Yeah.
What about Grendel?
He's sort of mid-range. He's probably around Madman levels, if I remember correctly. But it'll be interesting to see. Then I don't know what happens if, say you're all in on, well, not all in, but you go for this group right here with the mystery figure. What happens if one of these guys like Cassie Hack doesn't make it?
Right.
What happens to the bundle? So I think those people have asked those questions, but they've gone sort of ignored because I don't know if they know what they're going to do there, if they sub it with another figure or what they do. But
they maybe didn't think it through completely as they should have.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or just assumed they would all make it or something,
Yeah. And they say that, everybody, throws out their suggestions for Wave 2, and they're like, well, yeah, believe me, we've got lots of plans, but, these guys the first wave's got to make it. So we'll see what happens. I'll keep everyone updated because I'm interested, and I'll let you know if I go for this wave so I can get what I think is going to be Hellboy is this mystery figure. So. And that's all I had for this week. That's what's on your horizon.
Awesome. So I got a couple questions though.
Yeah.
Is this your pre-order selection screen that you screenshotted here that you've got on here?
Mine?
Yeah.
What do you?
Did you literally? Is this your order?
No.
Okay.
This is just.
So I'm wondering about this select packaging grade.
Yeah. They do that. They do that with all their toys.
Okay, so the collector, it's $21 more.
No. Yeah. Actually, I guess it is. Yeah. That's because we're talking six figures here. So normally it's like $3 a figure to get the collector's grade. So they're giving you that little squeeze for every single one of these figures, I guess, is what's happening here.
What's the standard? What is that, like, free? Basically, is that just what the standard is? So it's free.
Standard's the $174.99 price. There might be some shelfware.
Okay.
The collector's is like, you should find no fault at all with the card or.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, and that was going to be my next question. What's the difference? Okay, gotcha.
And then the other way, if there's some shelf damage or packaging, shipping from the factory damage, they'll offer those a substandard to give you a discount.
Yeah, so if you're going to take them off the card, you might as well go for that substandard. If it's available.
If it's available, that'd be the way to go if you're just going to open them.
Right.
All right, one last comment. Can you go back to the 3-figure picture you had?
The Rocketeers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this drives me nuts, right? So you said these are $24.99 a piece, right?
Yep.
So if I buy all 3 separately, it only costs me $74.97. But if I get them 3 together, I gotta pay 2 more cents.
Yeah.
Now, it's so counterintuitive to me. Why don't they at least like reduce it, like seriously, even like $5 when they bundle it?
Yeah, a lot of places will do that. Unfortunately, exactly. That's not what they're doing here, though. And I think that is also because of they're trying to reach their minimum orders because it's sort of like a Kickstarter, but done through an online retailer. It's a little bit different, but exactly. Usually, when you buy a group, they're going to kick you a little bit of a discount, but they're not going to give that to you here.
And it's not just them. I see it occasionally, but regularly,
Yeah, I hear you.
All kinds of places. It'll be in Target sometimes where I'll see a bundle that'll be, and I know it's ticky-tacky because it's only a few cents, but yeah, I'll see it's cheaper if I walk up to the register with 3 separate figures as opposed to the same bundle that's beside it is a couple cents more. It's so crazy to me,
Yeah, I hear you.
Anyway.
Yep.
I definitely want that Grendel.
Yeah, I like those, but they're priced way out of my comfort zone.
Yeah. But it kind of makes sense with the whole deal. Maybe someday if they become regular on-shelf stuff, the price will go down a little bit. But which you got to imagine that's their ultimate goal, right? So.
Yeah.
They've even mentioned that. Yeah, they've mentioned that. They would do a lot better if they would offer this to other outlets, but they're saying that they're doing this exclusive with Big Bad Toy Store. That has to be the way they do things initially, but if they do well, they will open it up to other vendors, because you got to get the money. So
yeah. So it's all about. All right, but awesome, great show or great segment.
Thank you.